everybody, so as you can see I am filming in a very exotic location today. What you're seeing behind me is the Mediterranean Sea. I am in Corsica right now and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to share with you guys some of my favorite sunscreens. I apologize that I might be a silhouette. I am filming this in the morning and the sun is shining on the sea right now. So I hope you can see the products and everything okay. So here are my top 3 natural sunscreens. I brought 3 with me because I wasn't sure like how they were going to work out, but I actually ended up liking all of them. So I'll go ahead and I'll start off with my least favorite and work my way up to my most favorite sunscreen. So here is one of them. This is by Lavera and it is actually the baby formulation. I prefer to go with more gentle sunscreens. I don't like to go with anything too strong in terms of SPF. Also, the ingredients list was just a lot better on the Lavera baby one than on the adult one. The reason this one is my least favorite is because it is probably the one that has the most questionable ingredients in it out of all the ones that I brought. It also has the worst reputation on the skin database. It has like the highest hazard. I actually bought this 2 years ago. I just brought it in case, you know, we ran out of our other sunscreens. And I'd say in terms of price range, it wasn't too expensive. It was pretty middle of the road. It's a pretty good sunscreen, and if you're in Europe you should be able to find it at any health food store. This one in particular has an SPF of 30 and the lasting ability of this is really good. I'd say it would last up to an hour after you were in the water, and it works extremely well. We used this 2 years ago when we were on our Corsica holiday and we did not get burned once, and there was like basically non-stop sun that whole holiday. So I would highly recommend it. It's just not my favorite out of the ones that I have here. My second favorite is actually a Selfmade one, and I know that I said in one of my videos that I wasn't so pleased with one of my Selfmade sunscreens, but this formulation actually ended up working out really well this holiday, and I will be posting the recipe for it really soon on my blog and on my YouTube channel. I put it in an empty coconut oil jar and it actually works extremely well. It doesn't work as well as the one I'm about to show you, but it does have pretty good lasting ability for it being self-made. I'd say it works up to 40 minutes after being in the water, and it did a really good job of protecting us from the sun. The appliance of it was really good. I'd say it had an SPF of about 30, just like the other one. It just had a lot, you know, it was just not as water resilient as the other one. And the ingredients list is really minimal in this one because I made it myself. I think there was only like 3 ingredients in it, and it's really safe, and I used it a lot on this holiday. Yeah, so really proud of my Selfmade one. Last are my absolute favorite ones that I brought, and these are the ones that I actually decided to use on my daughter the most because they just worked the absolute best and the ingredients list was fabulous. So here they are. They are by Raw Elements. They are 100% raw, organic, vegan sunscreens. They are amazing. This one is just like a regular sun lotion, and this one I'll talk about in a minute because it's really special, I think. But yeah, it has SPF 30. The ingredients list is amazing. There's just like amazing things throughout. Just organic green tea, there is black tea in there, there's cacao butter, and actually this one doesn't have any artificial fragrance. The Lavera one, that's another thing I didn't like about it, is it did have some artificial fragrance in there. This doesn't smell like anything. It just smells like shea butter and cocoa butter, and the SPF in it is zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is just about the only thing that you should be worried about in finding in your sunscreens. You don't need the titanium dioxide. You don't need any other weird questionable ingredients. Zinc oxide is one of the only things that has been studied to be 100% safe in the sun, which is ironic that they put things that would be unsafe in the sun in sunscreens, but a lot of mainstream sunscreens are actually carcinogenic, especially when exposed to the sun, which is quite ridiculous if you think about it. And then the last sunscreen is this stick form by Raw Elements, and I love this because it is skin color and I've been using it on my face a whole lot. It's a stick and you just apply it to your face. It doesn't leave you with any white residue, like if you forget to mix it in, and it's just awesome. I love it so much, and I definitely would recommend popping this in your beach bag or in your purse or whatever because it's just amazing. Those are my top 3 natural sunscreens. Definitely go check them out. I really do highly recommend going the all natural route when it comes to sunscreen because it's just so important. Because right now a lot of the sunscreens on the market are not thoroughly testing their products before putting them out there. There is a lot of carcinogenic chemicals in sunscreens that's actually even worse when they are, you know, on your skin, and then when you're in the sun it's just like kind of baking in your system, and it's disgusting. And I will link a really interesting video by Nadine Artemis right here from the longevity conference. Just a whole bunch of really interesting research has gone into, is sun really that bad for you, like the media is making out of it. I think it's really important for everybody, but especially us women, to not always buy into everything you read in Cosmo magazine. They're usually just out to get your money. They don't really care about how beautiful you are, and it's a very superficial world we live in. And just be careful, and you know, realize too, like, yes, you do need to protect yourself from the sun to a certain extent. Like, I have been out in the sun a lot this holiday, so I definitely needed the sunscreens. But you do not need sunscreen every time you go outside just to go buy some groceries to protect yourself from aging. The sun does not cause aging. Aging just happens gradually on its own. Wrinkles are just sort of a genetic thing in terms of how early you get your wrinkles. So just don't panic about the sun. It grazes all things green. Everything needs sun to thrive and to survive. And it's not only good for your physical health, because the sun provides us with the natural vitamin D that, you know, is the most water soluble. You know, so our body's able to absorb it better than any supplement. So it's fantastic for your teeth and bones, but it's also vital for your, you know, your emotional well-being. Like, I find in the winter I get the winter blues a lot because of the lack of sun. So go out in the sun, don't be afraid of it. You know, to a certain extent, cover yourself up, wear a hat, and listen to your body as well. Like, I think it's important to go out in the sun, and when you start seeing yourself getting a little bit red, get out. You know, that's your body's natural response to tell you, okay, you've had too much, you know? So I just wanted to add that in there. And there will be like a whole sun series probably next summer. I'm a little bit late on getting the sunscreen video up, I apologize. Go out and embrace the sun for as long as you can, because winter's on its way. I mean, it's still pretty far off, but it's on its way. So I will talk to you guys really soon.